Eugene Smack, a Fox School marketing leader. Chemistry from Temple's Ambler campus, where he took the majority of his classes. Throughout his college career, Gene maintained a full-time job at Almac Clinical Services, which offers drug development services to the pharmaceutical and biotech industries. Gene has been promoted 3 times, and currently he serves as a distribution coordinator. After today, Gene hopes to remain in the pharmaceutical industry. He also intends to use his skills and experience to land a position in a marketing department. Please join me in welcoming Eugene Smack.
Faculty, families, friends, and fellow graduates, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to start off just by expressing how truly honored and blessed I am to be able to speak to you today. In fact, I think my heart actually skipped a few beats when I first found out I was going to be speaking at this ceremony, because at that very moment, I felt an indescribable sense of pride and accomplishment. It's the same feeling that all my fellow graduates should be feeling today. Just by opening an email that I would normally delete, I discovered an opportunity that doesn't present itself every day. I say that because in reality, we're all faced with great opportunities on a daily basis. It's just that these opportunities are usually disguised. Russell H. Conwell, founder of Temple University and author of the inspirational speech, Acres of Diamonds, gives specific examples of these disguised opportunities. Now, like most of my fellow graduates, I had no idea about his speech or the legacy that he has left behind for us. In it, I found lessons about the rewards of work, education, and finding the true riches of life right in our own backyards. These lessons were all part of the vision that Mr. Conwell had for all of us. So without knowing it, many students like myself have actually continued in his legacy and followed in his footsteps. You see, instead of traveling halfway across this country to attend college, we discovered a first-rate education right here in our own backyard. Credentials like these are going to allow us to make our own opportunities as we move forward into what we like to call the real world, because we're graduating with a degree that's currently ranked top 10 in the nation for the program we just completed.
All right. Looking back on my years at Temple, I can recall the first time I heard a TU chant and the feelings that I had about college life at that time. You see, throughout my college career, I've maintained a full-time position in a corporate environment. So I always told myself that I never experienced the college life the way I was supposed to, or the way it's portrayed on television and in movies. Well, while I was hearing all these people yelling TU at the top of their lungs, I could hear the pride in their voices.
It's already.
And it made me realize that I wanted to be a part of it. Now, when I take a step back and think about everything I've experienced during my years at Temple, I realized that I was actually living the college life I dreamed of the whole time. There's just a few things that they don't tell you in the movies. Like most of my fellow students, I too spent countless nights cramming for an exam that I told myself I was going to study for all weekend. I too was rushing to put the finishing touches on a group project, which was more like putting the entire PowerPoint together the day it was due. Getting to class an hour early just to find a parking spot on main campus, and taking that long walk from the Ambler campus parking lot in the rain with no umbrella. Were all parts of the college life that they didn't show in the movies. What they did show were the friends, of course the parties, and even professors that bonded with students on a personal level, all of which I'm proud to say I experienced as well. I've treasured the relationships I've developed with students and Temple staff over the last few years. These people have become part of my network and are relationships that I plan on keeping for a lifetime. I suggest you do the same, because that old saying, it's all about who you know, it holds more truth than I ever imagined. Through my network, I've learned lessons at Temple that didn't just help me pass a test or deliver on a presentation, These lessons have helped me prepare for life after college and have helped polish me into the man that I am today. One lesson that stands out happened during one of my glorious summer sessions at the Amblin campus. You see, what was different about this class is that at the end of the semester, our professor wanted to share some inspirational quotes with us, you know, some words of wisdom. Well, I was barely paying attention when I looked up to read a quote that I actually ended up thinking about the entire drive home. That quote said, "The most important single influence in the life of a person is another person." Immediately, I began to think of what people or what person was significant influence in my life, the decisions that I've made. More specifically, I tried to think of who inspired me to continue with my college career. Now I'm going to let my family and friends argue about who that person is. But what's important is that I respected them as a person, I could relate to them directly, and I valued their opinions. You see, the thing that actually inspired me that day was when I began to think of what I could do to be that person for someone else. You see, I have a couple little cousins in their teens. These boys mean the world to me, mainly because I see a lot of myself in them at their age. These boys come from where I'm from and don't exactly have a lot of positive role models to influence their decisions. That day, coming home from my last summer class at Temple University, I made a commitment to be a more frequent positive influence in their lives. Amen. A lesson I never imagined I would learn in a classroom at Temple. I like to think that I'm now part of the reason the oldest of my little cousins now understands that an education is the first step towards succeeding in whatever path he may choose. Not only can he relate to me directly, but he also sees someone that came from where he is now to graduating from college. Now, my little cousins may not know it yet, but every experience, every outlet, every ounce of wisdom that I have, they now have as well, because I'll make sure that I'm there to offer it to them. My point is that each one of us in this room today now has the credentials to succeed in life and make an inspiring contribution to our family, our city, and even our society as a whole. So when you leave here today, celebrate what you've accomplished. But I ask that you look forward with an open mind of how you too can be an inspiration for others to succeed, and maybe even follow in your footsteps, simply by graduating from college. The fact is, the legacy that we leave behind starts today, because in terms of life, we've all just completed our prerequisites. So as my time comes to an end, I'd like to speak on behalf of all the graduating students when I say thank you to the parents, families, and friends who've encouraged and supported us as we work toward our degrees. A personal thank you to God and to my parents, without whom none of this would be possible for me. Thank you to the teachers and the faculty of Temple for their hard work and dedication on our behalf. Collectively, you've all assisted in providing us with an education that we can be proud of, and a lifetime worth of memories and experiences that we'll never forget. Temple University, Fox School of Business, and the School of Tourism. Class of 2010, congratulations.
Thank you very much. Today, we would like to recognize a notable Fox School